Alrighty, y'all. We have come to the end of this amazing journey, and I want to tell you what's next. We are in lesson 8 of module 5, which is the final module in the Epically Creative Weaving course. We're at the final lesson of the final module. Let me tell you what's next. All right, but first off, in this lesson, I'm going to tell you where to find some more information in popular weaving books. But I want to say to you, congratulations! You finished the course. Maybe you didn't do all the work as yet, but you finished watching all the videos, and there's something to be said for that. Hopefully your mind is opened and you can see the possibilities of what you can do on your rigid Heddle loom. If you haven't already, go back and work through each of the lessons in this module, and since this is the end of the course, and create some samples or some yardage of creative cloth to match up with what you're doing. Here are some places to do some further reading. Now, of course, I'm going to recommend that you get the Xanacus technique. It is a useful book for learning how to weave multi-shaft on a rigid Heddle loom, so that's a good one for your library. I also would recommend Weaving on 3 Shafts. This is a really cool book by Erica D. Rutter, and it's written in English and Dutch, I think, or Danish. Anyway, it's written in 2 languages. So for my bilingual speaking friends who understand exactly what that title says, you can read it in your native language, and it's really cool. This is really a major book. It covers so much. There's so much in there. I cannot recommend this book highly enough for you to get if you want to weave some amazing things just using 2 Heddles. You don't need to buy any extra Heddles. You can still do amazing things with 3 shafts. So yeah, get this book. And also, of course, I would tell you to get the Weaver's Idea book, Creative Cloth on a Rigid Heddle Loom by Jane Patrick. The book is written for rigid Heddle loom weavers. However, as you go through there, now that you've gone through this module, you'll be able to see that a lot of the different patterns that she shows you how to do using pickup sticks and all the other stuff, she has the draft written out for you to do on multi-shaft loom. So someone, which is really, smart of them when they did that, because this book can be used for a person that has a table or floor loom that has lots of shafts. I mean, some of the patterns in there can be woven on more than 4 shafts. So for those ones, you may want to just go with the pickup sticks and stuff like that, because it would take a bigger loom that was way more complicated to do it. But for the ones that will work on a 3 or a 4 shaft loom, then you can have a choice of whether or not you want to do it with pickup sticks or whether or not you want to just go ahead and warp the loom following the draft and weave it as if you were using a floor or a table loom. And also, I would recommend to you the hand woven magazines and other weaving magazines that may or may not be out there. This is the only one I know about, but I don't know everything by any stretch of the imagination. Hand woven always has some really cool patterns in there, really fun things to do. And now you'll be able to take advantage of it because you understand the concept of how to weave some of these things on your rigid Heddle loom. And I still, even though I don't go with the different methods that they use, I would say that the 3 Heddle weaving, a lot of you already have it in there. If you already have this book, let me tell you that there is a really cool sampler that is in the book that you can weave, and you can use the understanding that you've gained through this particular course to be able to weave the sampler and do it in a way that's actually more enjoyable. Quick fun fact, this was the first book that I learned on. So this was the first time I got the introduction to weaving 3 Heddles on a rigid Heddle loom. And, I tackled the sampler. I didn't finish it, but I tackled it. And it made me realize that there had to be a better way. Or I was excited when I found out there was a better way. Actually, I didn't know that if there was or not. But anywho, that still has some really cool information in there. And if you already have it, then don't feel like you need to throw it away. Just, use some of the ideas to make your own sampler. And of course, sign Mitchell's Inventive Weaving on a Little Loom. There's so much amazing stuff in the book. Again, I don't subscribe to the way that she tells you how to thread the heddles or how to do the list, because as I said, it is related to this book. And we're using Mr. Xenakis's work to be able to have more fun weaving multi-shaft. Nevertheless, you can still take the patterns that she has in there and you can transcribe them if you want to into, I guess, back into 4-shaft weaving, because she took it from 4-shaft weaving to use this. Anyway, it's still a really cool book. And she also references some of the different books that she used to help create some of the patterns in there. And so you may want to get some of the books that she references in that particular book. For Overshot, I think she references a book that you can use if you're really interested in Overshot, and some other things. So this will always be an amazing resource for rigid heddle weavers. All right, y'all. So in this lesson, you learned where to find further information in popular weaving books. I want to invite you to go back, finish filling out your Expanding Your Options game board, and when you're done, if you're in the community, post a picture of it in the community or post it on social media or say, I finished. And I would invite you to join me in my weaving community. If it's not open right now when you are watching this video, get on the wait list so that you'll be the first to know when I open back up the doors. We're having a fun time in there and we would love to have you join us. And if you haven't already, again, download the Expand Your Options game board, # creative multi-shaft weaving, so that I can see what you did. I can see how you've made progress as you've gone through these videos. Alrighty, y'all. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Subscribe to this channel. Ring that notification bell and share this video. It has been my pleasure to be able to share this information with you, but it will only be information until you put it into practice. And I hope that you will take this information, do something with it, and become an epically creative rigid heddle weaver. Until then, bye.